So you just dropped into your first Helldivers 2 mission, feet first into absolute chaos. You're immediately seeing high-level players calling down beams of lasers like gods of old past, and wield weapons that melt armor, while you're stuck with what feels like a pea shooter. You feel weak, your gear seems useless, and you're dying a lot. But what if I was to told you that you already have access to some of the most effective gear in the game already? What if the key to become a lethal soldier for Super Earth wasn't dozens of hours away, but was already sitting in your armory, just waiting to be put together the right way? Today, I'm going to show you 3 powerful loadouts using only starting and very early game gear that will make you a force for democracy from your very first drop. Forget the grind, these loadouts will have you pulling your weight, crushing objectives and spreading managed democracy like a seasoned vet, all from the very first warbond you unlock in game. Alright, first up, we're going to lean into one of the most satisfying roles in Helldivers 2, aerial denial. We're calling this one the Mobile Sentry. You're going to be the person who locks down entire bug breaches, lock down the automatron advancements, and eliminate the illuminate, turning a death sentence into a minor inconvenience. Your teammates are going to love you when you're holding a line during a frantic sprint to the Pelican. At the core of the build is a stratagem you get almost right away, the machine gun. I know what you're thinking, that's a support weapon hero, not my main gun. And you're right, but we're going to build our entire kit just around it. This thing, or multiple of them, has a massive ammo pool, a wild rate of fire, and it absolutely shreds through the early game bugs. And the fun thing about this is that there's 3 variants for you to pick. So for your primary, stick with the standard AR-23 Liberator Assault Rifle. It's reliable, great for when you're on the move, and its customization options down the line make it very unique. For your sidearm, the P2 Peacemaker works fine, but as soon as you can, spend some medals on the P19 Redeemer. It's a full auto machine pistol that will absolutely save your skin when you get swarmed. And for your grenades, the standard G12 high explosive is perfect for closing bug holes, illuminate ships, and fabricators from a safe distance. Armor can either be the standard base set you already have, or the DP40 Hero of the Federation set that has the Democracy Protects passive, which is super useful for everyone and all content. But the stratagems are where the magic happens. First, you have the MG43 machine gun. Second, you then want to take the B1 supply bag with it. This backpack is non-negotiable. It lets you resupply your own machine gun on the move, meaning the lead almost never stops flying. Next, you'll then want the MG43 machine gun Sentry. This turret is your new best friend. You drop it down, lie down next to it with your own machine gun, and together you create a wall of bullets that is nearly impossible to get through. It's fantastic for defending objectives or covering a retreat. And then finally, you start with the Orbital Precision Strike, which has a fast cooldown and is perfect for taking out buildings or a tough cluster of enemies your guns are struggling with. With this loadout, your job is simple: find some high ground, deploy a sentry, and let it rip. You will dominate waves of smaller enemies, and let your squad focus on bigger threats and the objectives. You may struggle with taking out the bigger targets since only your Orbital Precision Strike will dent them, but that shouldn't be something to worry about for now, as your team should be able to support you onwards. Alright, number 2 is for those who just want to play fast and break things. We're calling it the Objective Rusher. Your job isn't to fight every single battle, it's to clear as much as the objective as possible so you and your team can be in and out by lunch. You're the Helldiver who zips across the map, blows objectives up sky high before the enemy even knows you're even there, and then get out. This is all about speed, surgical strikes, and a whole lot of explosions. Your primary and secondary are the SG-225 Breaker and the Redeemer. Now the Breaker is going to be great for quickly peppering and dismantling all sorts of enemies that confront you, while the Redeemer is a perfect tool for further Swiss cheesing a target. They're your personal defense tools for when things get a little too close. Armor, go with the SC-34 Infiltrator, as it's a light set that focuses primarily on speed. It also has a passive named Scout, where markers placed on the map will generate radar scans every 2 seconds. Reduces range at which enemies can detect the wearer by 30%, which is perfect for us knowing what's ahead. But the real powerhouse of the build is the GL-21 Grenade Launcher, an early game unlock that stays strong forever. This weapon is your key to victory. It destroys bug nests and automatron fabrications from a safe distance with incredible speed. While other players are calling in an airstrike or risking their necks to throw a grenade, you can just thump, thump, thump objectives long way. And now for the piece that makes the build sing, the Lift 850 jump pack. This isn't available right away, but it's worth saving your medals for. It gives you insane mobility. You need to get to an objective on a high cliff? Jump back. Need to escape a horde of angry bugs you just kicked? Jump back. It generally lets you take a shortcut, bypass patrols, and get into the perfect position to rain grenades down onto enemies' base. Next, the Eagle Straffing Run is an early unlock that's perfect for clearing out the few enemies guarding an objective before you need to move in. And lastly, the Eagle Airstrike, just for hitting the bigger targets that may give chase or hit objectives where your other stratagems just don't work. This gameplay is a thrill. You use your map to find the fastest route, jump pack your way over, clear threats with your Liberator, demolish the objective with your grenade launcher, resupply, and leap away to the next target. It's an insanely effective and fun way to play, and for newer players, allows you to explore the maps and gain additional rewards just for your efforts. But before we go on to the next build, if you're finding these loadouts helpful for serving at Liberty, do me a favour and hit that subscribe button. We're all in this fight for Super Earth together, and your support helps me bring more guys to Helldivers like you. Plus, I really like doing these. Now for the final loadout. This final loadout is for when you're ready to take on the bigger, scarier threats. We call this the Big Game Hunter. As a new player, your first encounter with an armored charger or a hulking automaton devastator is terrifying. Your bullets just seem to bounce right off. This build gives you the tools to crack that armor and put the big guys down for good. For your primary, spend your first few medals in the Helldivers mobilized warbond on the Liberator Penetrator. This weapon rewards precision. Aim down sights, and you could pick off the glowing weak spots on armoured enemies that most assault rifles would just tickle. A secondary, stick with the Redeemer, and then armour, go for the CM14 Physician, as his passive allows users to get extra stims and longer lasting effects of stims that no other armour can offer. Now for the big part of the build. As soon as you can unlock it, grab the 500 kg bomb. This is your first real taste of an anti-armour firepower. It's a hard-hitting bomb that not only wipes out groups of enemies in mere seconds, but its effects against a Bio Titan, Hulk, and group of Harvesters is diabolically good, as long as there's nothing blocking the bomb running, of course. This is a focused role, so you need stratagems that are going to help you survive while lining up the perfect shot. Firstly, the Orbital Gatling Barrage is a great stratagem for taking down groups of enemies in one go, while also taking down the bigger threats if used correctly to catch them off guard. Next, grab the EAT. The EAT does get looked down upon by the community, even though it kills big targets pretty damn fast. It also has a 70 seconds cooldown for it, so you don't need to worry about sprinting for ammo if you don't ever have any. Lastly, you have two options here. The Railgun is fantastic for taking on anything from medium to heavy armour, while rewarding precision in the process. Or the Autocannon is a great replacer that even today still hits harder than anything with a pulse, your teammates included. Now your job as a big game hunter is to stay on the edge of the fight, identify the single biggest threat on the field, and take it out. Your primary for mid-tier enemies and swap to recommended stratagems when a heavyweight shows up. This will teach you the critical skills of target prioritization and weak point aiming that you'll need all the way to the max Helldiver difficulty. Plus, it's also going to show you the many ways to take down a big target through all the tools available in game. And there you have it, a 3 powerful, effective and fun to play loadouts that you can build within your first few hours of playing Helldivers 2. Now, you don't need to wait super long to be an effective Helldiver. The tools for victory are always in your hand. You just need to know how to combine them. So get out there, try these builds, and start delivering liberty across the galaxy. If this guide helped you out, be sure to drop a like and let me know in the comments which of these loadouts you're trying out first if you're a new diver. And for more Helldivers 2 guides, make sure you're subscribed. Now, get your Hellpods. This is on Super Earth, I'll count on you, and I'll see you on the battlefield again, Helldivers. Take care.